I started a mobile live, and I'm just going to get them the link to the mobile.
Everyone.
I don't think nobody's on there yet.
Yeah, there's definitely one person.
No, that's me.
Oh, that's you. Are you out of Wi-Fi? Oh, it's two people. Hi, everybody. Hi, we're just waiting for a few more people to come up. We've had to change links for the live stream, so it's just going to take a little bit of a moment here. Probably everyone else is on the other live stream waiting. Hi, Stanley. Okay. All right, we're just waiting a few more minutes as Joel gets it all figured out. Technical difficulties. Hello, there's a few more here. Hi. Hi, Heidi. Hello. We're just waiting a few more minutes as some more people come on because we've had a few technical difficulties. So we're waiting for other people to get the messages and then find this link. And then I will take you all on a tour of all the individual paintings. I'm going to find Laura as well because Laura's going to do this with me. There's people on this link.
Yeah, but the link isn't showing up in the old live stream.
Okay. Post it on the Facebook page too, babe. I'm gonna see if I can find Laura and then she can introduce herself as well. Hi, there's Laura.
We're having so much fun. This is a great success, smashing. It looks great. It's great.
Yeah, we're gonna go around to each of the paintings and photographs and show those all to you as well. Joel's having some technical difficulties. Poor guy. All right, should we start? We're gonna start over here at the beginning. This is the youngest, so we're gonna go youngest to oldest. Just show you. There we go. This is a painting of Anava. And there's Laura's beautiful photograph. So we're going youngest to oldest. So this is the second youngest. This is a painting, and then this is the beautiful photograph that Laura has taken.
This is my personal favorite. I am obsessed with this art. It's so good, and it still speaks to me. Alright, now we're just gonna go here. This is a painting of Bethany. The title of this piece is I'm Not Ready Yet. And Bethany's mask is independence. This whole show is about our social masks and consistency behind it.
So here we go. Here's Bethany. And here's the painting or the photograph. Hi, sorry. Trying not to get glare. Here we go. Yeah, she did. This one is Emma, and the title of this one is The Peacemaker's Burden, and the mask of this one is Caretaker. So this is a painting. And then the photograph. Trying not to get the glare.
And what did you title the name of this one? I titled this The Weight of the Selfless because for Emma's mask, she carries everyone's burdens and she's so selfless that she will just carry it all.
Yeah.
So you can see in the photograph like while she has like a tear coming out, she was actually crying when we took this photograph. So it's like so
painting, Queen of the Drama, and the mask of this one is Deflection.
I don't know if you can see the detail that you put in it. I just love that. I love it.
Yeah. And then this is a photograph.
And I made this one Distraction from the Source. And I just love how the eyes is the all of them are my favorite. I can't.
I know. Literally.
And then on display here as well, we have the dress that's featured in all of the paintings.
Yeah.
Wear the dress.
And take photographs. Take photographs with it. Which I should have maybe made that clearer.
I don't know if that's clear in the instructions. This one here that I'm about to show you is the painting that inspired the entire project.
Thank you so much, Joy.
I am obsessed with this painting. Honestly, I told her to, I want this painting. And she says, no, it's for the giveaway. So whoever wins this is a lucky person.
And you can also be a part of this giveaway. If you go and visit RebeccaOgden.com and sign up for the Collectors Club, then at the end of this year, you will be entered for a chance to win in the draw. On December 31st, I will be drawing a name, and whoever that name is, they get this page.
Could be you.
Yeah.
Oh, should we explain this?
Here, I'll just go like this. That's the name. RebeccaOgden.com. Yeah. Yeah. This is a living artwork that we've got here. I always love, whenever I go to an art gallery, I literally am like, I just want to take markers or something and start drawing. So I thought, well, let's have a living artwork that people can literally take markers to and do whatever they like. With your photograph. This one is the self-portrait of Lord.
And Rebecca took this photograph.
Yeah, my photography debut. This one is hard to see.
And this one is called Pace Yourself. I would say my mask it's the fear of being not seen. My mask is something I don't feel like I'm seen. I don't feel like
you're afraid of being left behind too and being left out.
And that's what that everyone could see from me. So we made this painting the focus of
Okay, we're about ready. We're just
Okay.
going to do the full gallery tour.
This one, we have 13 people. This one is called Wait For Me.
And then moving on to mine.
Start with the photograph. And then on to the painting. The painting is called Letting the Clown Go. Yes, this is why I'm an actor.
I am a little bit of a clown.
That's why the painting's inspired.
And then we just have one more left. This one is my older sister.
That's a photograph. And this photograph is called The Rehearsed Perfection. Oh, thank you so much, Charmaine. Thank you. And this is the painting. This painting is called The Curation of Beauty.
And that is the entire show. So now I have to I'm going to pass over. And then you're going to go up there and give it
Welcome, everybody. We're going to start our ceremony in a moment here. I want to give a huge thank you once again to Rose Cottage for providing the coffee, for Rosebud Theatre to providing this space and supporting us in this project. Thank you so much to the artists, Rebecca and Laura, and the whole Ogden family of sisters for being a part of this. So sorry about the technical difficulties with the live stream. We've got it finally figured out now. And we're going to get rolling here. But first, I wanted to, we have a huge announcement for our channel and Rebecca's art. Today is the grand launching of our fine art print business. Woo! So we have fine art prints for sale on our website, and today only we have a 20% discount. If you use the discount code GALA20, that's all caps, G-A-L-A 20, on our website, you can get 20% off Fine Art Print by Rebecca Ogden. Woo! There are QR codes beside each of the paintings that will link you to that website if you're interested today. And we will post those links on the live stream as well in a moment. But now I'd like to invite Rebecca and Laura up here to give us a little speech.
Sorry, guys. There you go. You just hold it this way. Okay.
Well, I guess I'm first. Hello, everyone. Thank you all so much for coming. It's absolutely a pleasure to have you all here today. And also a huge thank you again to my sisters, because this project would not be possible without every single one of my sisters putting their entire effort in being vulnerable and open and allowing us to honestly do this. Yeah, it was definitely a group effort, and that's what makes it so powerful, I think. Do you have words? Yes, I do. We're prepared for that. Okay, so as a sister and watching Rebecca with her art, I've always been inspired. I think we've all kind of been a little bit inspired to work. You've been inspired. I've been so inspired for a long time, so I'm very proud of you. And when you came to me and said you wanted to do this project, it was like, I was thinking, well, it's too good to be true. I don't think that, this would be exciting to happen. But you really pushed for it to happen, and I'm so grateful. And I know in your videos you were saying, I'm a little bit worried, maybe I'm pushing more too hard, and, but the thing is you believed in me when I felt like I didn't believe in myself. And seeing all the work that I did, that you helped me get to this, and it's that. It's a lot, and it's really, thank you. Okay, so many years ago, 10 years ago, I can't believe it's been that long, I started painting and Laura started doing photography. And every single time Laura would come out with a new photograph, I was like, I need to paint that. I need to paint that. So it became almost a meme that I would paint everything that she would take. And she kind of stopped taking photography. So I had to move on and take my own, photographs, reference photos, which were never as good. And then one day, she comes out with a photograph of this, but in photograph form. And I was like, I need to paint that. So I painted it, and I did a little video of that, and that video went viral, and people were like, can you do more together? So I literally called Laura up. I was like, can we do lots more together? Can we do this? Can we actually do a show together? So I'm so excited that we are here today. And again, a huge thank you to all my sisters, because
were on board, they were helpful, they were also bringing input, and the idea of this entire show was we all have a social mask that we put on for the world to see, and can sisters or people, anybody who is close to you, can they see behind that? Do they know what you are when you're at your most vulnerable, and do they know what you are when you're at your best? And honestly, it was a lot of trial and error about whether or not we had correctly identified everybody's social mask. Yeah. And it was with talking with the other sisters when we were wrong, that we were able to find the right ones, and eventually it led us to the conclusion of this show. So, thank you so much. I'm going to invite the cast of Little Women, of those who would like to come up and share a bit about the process of what it is to do the show Little Women, the Broadway musical, which maybe some of you have already seen, and maybe some of you are going off to see. We are so incredibly excited to do this collaboration with them. So, come on.
Welcome. Can you first introduce each one of you folks to all these wonderful people? Did anyone here see the show this afternoon?
Yes.
Wonderful. Thanks for coming out. So, starting with Cassia. Will you introduce yourself?
Full name.
Your name and who you played in the show.
I'm Cassia Schmidt, and I was Jo March. I'm Jocelyn Weaver, and I play Nick. I'm Grace Fedorchak, and I play Beth. I'm Carissa Komar, and I play Amy.
Thank you so much. So we thought it would be very fitting, since Little Woman was playing, and this whole show is about sisters, to just talk a little bit about artists, art, and sisterhood, and all that fun stuff, because we think the themes really tied together. So we've got a couple questions to ask you today. Do each of you have sisters? And if so, how many?
One.
One sister?
I have one younger sister as well. I have no sisters. I have two.
Wonderful. What is it like playing sisters on stage? Yeah.
There's honestly a lot of love for this whole cast, but it is kind of really special having this bond with each of these ladies and being able to show that on stage. I feel like there is a little, like I said, I don't have sisters, but I feel a little bit of a sisterly love, especially because we're all a little bit different ages. We've got, a little bit of kind of mentor to look up to, a little bit of mentee, and yeah, it's really wonderful.
Very cool.
Yeah, and I would say too, it's so well written too. It builds all these relationships of these very different sisters. We're living life together, fighting, which is what's always fun on stage, fighting and many other things. But it's their love that brings them, it keeps them together, and they can't get away from each other.
I feel like my relationship with my own sister, there is so much love, but there's also a fight that I have with Jo in the show that just 100% is like fighting with my sister. That's traumatic or funny or something.
Yeah, when we, love each other and fight, but we always come back and end up as each other's support systems, I think is the main thing of sisters.
Yeah.
And sisters are funny because it is like we have to make up, but there's still like the residue, or we have, like it's long-term working out of resolving the conflict, perhaps, which is my sister as well.
For sure. And jumping off of that, some of you have mentioned this already, but is there anything you pulled from your own life and your own experience from living with siblings that you brought into the show, or that helped you get ready for this, the roles in this show?
I think that was my daughter.
If you've got to run, you can run.
No, I'm
Oh.
just Alice.
Okay.
But I'm just going to say how she is. I draw a lot off of watching my kids, and not only like how their freedom of expression, and their willingness to fight, and their willingness to say what they feel, and I think that's definitely Jo.
relationship with Meg is, and kind of how like looking for guidance and then going off and doing your own thing and then checking in every once in a while. And then like getting angry sometimes. But, yeah, kind of like going back.
I relate.
She is my Amy.
And I do have a flat nose.
Didn't know the flat nose was so good.
Okay. Is there anything unique about this show or preparing for this character that is of note that you want to mention? Or any unique experiences you've had so far? That's okay.
One thing that's unique for me is just the opportunity to do such a long run of the show and getting to every day discover something a little bit new about a scene or about another one of the characters or about the character for yourself, and you don't always get that opportunity. So that's been a lovely, unique part of being here at Rosebud.
For sure. Thank you. Do you have any specific favorite aspects about your character in this show?
I like to burn things. And really just like dive into, I don't know, being over the top to some extent of being like just diving in and doing things and not looking back. Yeah.
I think there's a lot of love in this play, and I see it in the three sisters aside of me, especially because they all get their own specific love story. They get married at the end. But Beth doesn't get that because she dies. Spoiler, sorry. But I'm able to see that love in different places. Then, like obviously there's a sisterly love. There's a really beautiful relationship with Mr. Lawrence that I get to see. That's like this is love and this is beautiful, but it's not a romantic love. And I think that's kind of nice that a lot of your characters I've played have been the ingenue, and the goal is to get married. The goal is to have that romantic duet at the end. But this is very different, but it still has those same core emotions.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy that I get to fight. That is really
Yes.
and I think that I do share some similarities with Meg. There's a lot of times that it feels like she's afraid to stand up for herself or to go against what people kind of expect. And even though she does end up following a traditional path, there are moments for her to stand up for herself or to demand things be a little bit different so that she can fit that path. And I think that's a really beautiful opportunity to explore as well. I mean, I get to sing in the show in a way that I haven't got to sing in the show before. And that's pretty awesome. Learning and scary. And then as far as Jo, I love that she has it all worked out in the beginning, and she makes a bunch of mistakes, and she has to change. She has to let go of. She deals with loss. She deals with the loss of all of her sisters in some way, and of her brother Lauren. Like there's this loss after loss after loss, and she has to come to kind of a boiling point of what her path is. And I love getting to explore that big change. And it has to come from letting go. She's like fist forward, and at some point she has to just get soft and go.
Thank you so much. Let's give a big round of applause to the Sisters of Little Women. Okay, now I'd like to invite Laura and Bekah back up on stage for a Q&A. And everyone on the live stream, also feel free to put your questions in the chat. And we'll try and get to some of them.
Oh, one thing I did forget to mention is if you So, yes. All right, questions?
Bekah, how do you choose your undercoat color? Like, is that important, or is it like the mood that you want?
No, it is important. The very first painting that I did, I chose a skin tone underneath, like color, which I don't know what I was thinking because that was awful. It was the worst idea in the world. And then that's when I realized, okay, we have to be far more selective about the color of the underpainting. And so I think about mood for the most part. I was like, okay, what's the mood? Is it joyous? Is it not? Like the painting of Mama in the corner there with the yellow. I just was like cutesy. Okay, if cutesy's her mask, yellow kind of was a color that spoke to me. Anava, the one with all the different colors there. I did the colors that is the underpainting, and I just knew for Anava it was like cotton candy, because childish and youth, and so that entire underpainting inspired the whole painting. It's about, I don't know, it's about mood, and then like what is the mask that they are like portraying, what's the emotion. It is actually hugely important.
And does it come from maybe the tones in the photograph as well that you want to capture?
I think Cigarettes did. Cigarettes was one where I was seeing like violet, and so that's what I used as the underpainting for that one. But for the most part, no. Sometimes I even like to turn the color off of turn it to black and white off the reference photo, so that way I can actually choose the colors that I think the painting is speaking to. Yeah.
Beautiful, by the way, just stunning. I have 5 sisters and 4 brothers, and I can't imagine the whole house being girls. Where's the photo with that one?
Yeah.
I forgot to send it in.
Oh,
So, we don't
Come on, Laura.
on the Instagram page, you're
I'll get it. I was just curious.
Yeah. That's a good question.
Who's your favorite sister? I mean,
honestly each other.
Right? I don't have a favorite.
It's been so hard to think this whole process. Every time we're like, this picture, I love it. And then we go to like paint it or edit it, and it's like, okay, like, well, like all of them are feeling this way. So right now, I think my favorite one. Yeah, see, the ones where the emotion speaks the loudest. Like Emma's to me, you can tell the emotion in the photograph. You can see it in her painting. Like that was such a vulnerable moment when we took her photo. It was so real, and that just like.
Again, watch the video. Thank you, Emma.
Yeah.
It's a gift. It's a gift when your sisters are able to be like that vulnerable and get really Emma. Like, that's all thank you to you. Yeah.
I noticed, probably later than I should have, that Audrey was wearing the same dress. Is that correct?
Yes.
What made you guys do that, and what made you pick that dress?
It's the dress in this one.
Yeah,
It is the same dress. It's that dress. And when I painted this one, this painting over here, I had a conversation with Laura and I was like, this is what I'm seeing in it. And then Laura was like, that's exactly what I was feeling. So I was like, it feels like a moment where you're just like letting that guard down. And she's like, that's exactly how I was feeling when I took the photograph. And so then we were like, oh, that's what inspired the idea of the mask. And then we were like, well, sheer is like hard to see through, but you can kind of see through it. And then we're like, that was like an element that we knew we wanted. Eventually, it just got to the point where we were in our briefs, they were getting so complicated. We were full of props, full of this and that. And
we had like a checklist for.
And finally, we were like, let's strip it down. Let's try to think of really just the
What are we
dress.
trying to say here?
And that could be the prop. I mean, some of them have props, but.
And that's what I love about each of the photographs. It's like each of the sisters they're wearing the dress so differently that it's sometimes you don't see it the same way. And that's just like sisters. We're all very different. And that's just like everyone. all maybe struggle with the same problems or we deal with the same things in life, but like it's all very different, it's all unique, and I think the dress is a really good representation of that.
So like, yeah, Anava has like, her shoes are too big. She's wearing really good shoes, especially in the photo you can tell. Like Emma's photo has her wearing like a hoodie with the dress over it. Like there's such a variance in like how you were styling everyone, or the fact that you were makeup and yours.
Yeah.
Like, was that part of the brief process then?
Yeah, those were the elements that we did keep up the busyness. We were like, okay, we still like for Emma's, we were like, okay, she's taking on like everybody else's burdens, right? And she's the peacemaker of the household. And so, but what does it look like when she's doing that? But who is she? Like she's having to cover herself up. She doesn't feel as seen. And so what does that, so we're like, well, we want uncomfortability to be seen in that photograph. So the bulky sweater.
We definitely used elements
Dress like
of
that.
yeah, we definitely used elements of like real life, like the big shoes to show the thing of
Simran's like
Simran's army
boots,
boots,
whether it's
not
not in that army boots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the theme is we're all wearing the same dress, we're all part of the same cloth.
Okay, we have a question from online. Someone says, congratulations to the both of you putting this together. I'm so happy for you. So what's next? Do you plan to work together again?
I don't know. I've actually had some discussions with the sisters, like, what else could we do? But currently, we don't have plans in the making.
I know the brothers are feeling love.
Yeah, the brothers are
I love the fierce commitment you have to really get to know your sisters. Like, it's just really beautiful, right? And there's so many people in our world, maybe we just pick a few select ones where we're like, we're really gonna invest in these people,
Yeah.
I was wondering if you could talk a bit about your parents and how they created a cohesive, how did they create cohesion in this gigantic family?
You want to take that?
Oh no, I want to hear your point of view.
Yes, well, come on in.
Actually, I do have an answer to this. I do remember this thing where people would come in, they would get their family together, and then they would say all the things they loved about each child. And my parents decided to be like interesting. Well, what is it that you also struggle with? Because there's a lot of fighting in our family.
Yeah, we fight
So
a
they said,
lot
well,
of confusion.
now is your time to get it all out. Everyone, what do you not like about Laura?
Everyone get it all out. Everybody has but we're not going to defend ourselves.
Yeah. In the end, my parents actually realized it was a really great thing because they ended up bringing, like they were saying with the sisters, they were saying conflict is good. Conflict is, sometimes it's hard when you're fighting with your sister, you don't want to make up, but you have to. And so bringing those things and actually bringing them to the surface, and that's not even the part of this project, we can see when the other sister is hurting. We can see when they're dealing with struggles. And that's the thing is like bringing that conflict out, like it's so good because it actually creates like more trust with each other. It helps us like get to be more support for them and to help each other grow. And so our parents are amazing for just putting the time and effort into us. Really.
I would say another big thing that added to the cohesion would be like, growing up, we always had family dinners together too, like every evening. I think that was a big part of it.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have any questions or even comments about how any particular art spoke to you that you want to share?
Yeah, I kind of, I guess, I was really impacted by how brave it is to say these things that are like such personal observations of how you perceive each other, and I was curious to hear if you were nervous to say these things about each other, and if like I feel like I just think about that with my own brothers and how like if I were to kind of have this kind of conversation with them, I would be kind of nervous something would change because you can't kind of unsay the true thing. And I was just curious about like that, just how powerful that
my post under Jessica, you okay? Jessica was like, this is good. This is good for the world to see, you know, go for it, back up, like, oh, so thank you, Jessica. Because I would say, like, that was the culprit that was most nervous about, like, showing the whole world, but.
And even for Emma's photograph, when we
When
were taking the photographs, we were like, why do you feel this way? Why are you
the emotion
And
is there.
she just bawled, and it broke our hearts. We were like,
Yeah.
how could we do this?
And that was a moment, like, both
We
Laura
went
and I
too
were like,
far.
we were like, that was too much. We went too far.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when we talked to Emma later, she was like, no, like, I really want you guys to share, like, this is how I want to feel on this.
Yeah.
And so they really were the ones who were vulnerable to us.
Yeah.
We were just digging into
They're
their
vulnerabilities, yeah.
Are all your sisters here?
I have half of them here. Half of them here.
Too many
I
phones.
have Jessica, that's Jessica, she's the oldest. And then we have the beautiful Emma as well. And then we have the beautiful Abigail as well here.
Okay, we have time for maybe one more question. Is there anybody else who has any pressing questions?
There's a question over here.
Yes?
You have a question?
What are you most proud of and like out of all of it?
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming. Light the fade note as well. The stress, take it off, take photos with it if you'd like. It's there for people to play with. And then don't forget, you can also take markers to this canvas and doodle or write or do whatever you like. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We're going to say goodbye to the live audience. Yeah.